Now it's time to get moving. That's only the Orange and Blue 10. Make it outstanding. All right, let's do it up one time for the king, Michael Jackson, and get you with a little Smooth Criminal. Got it? Beat it out, man. Oh yeah, bring it back. All right, it's time that we bring.
All righty. What's going on, everybody? What's going on, man? Shout out to Lincoln, man. I know we got our rivalry, but hey, shout out to y'all, man. But you know why we're here. We've done Bluefield, we've done Bowie, we've done Elizabeth City State, we've done Fayetteville State, we've done Johnson C. Smith. Now it is time for Lincoln. Let's go through the schedule. Let's see how many games they're going to win. Now, listen, if you've been following the other ones so far, you can pretty much guess where I think Lincoln is going to land this year, but we'll go ahead and go through it. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and pull up the schedule. All right. So, and I promise you, I'm not being biased. I'm being as honest as I possibly can be, just looking at the schedule. All right, let me try to make this as big as I possibly can. They have a very interesting out-of-conference schedule. I'm not, okay. So they start off at Grand Valley State. So I looked at Grand Valley State's schedule from last year. Grand Valley only lost 2 games. One was to Colorado of the Mines, School of the Mines, and the other one was to Ferris State. They made it to the second round of the playoffs. So, I mean, I think we know how this is going to go, right? And it's on the road. It's in Michigan. Yeah. At Grand Valley, it's going to get ugly. So, they're starting off 0-1. Then they're going to an FCS program for week 2 in Pittsburgh, which is not too far from them. So, short trip. But they're going to Duquesne University. That's another loss. Another blowout. Another beatdown. 0-2. Then they're going to Winston-Salem, which apparently this is a non-conference conference game. I'm not sure. Maybe, okay, whatever. Either way, going to Winston-Salem. I'm no Winston-Salem fan, but Winston-Salem not losing that game. So now they're going to 0-3. Shaw. They're hosting Shaw. This game right here is an interesting one. This is a game that I do think they have a chance to win. They have a chance to win. Shaw is in a lot of upheaval right now. A lot of people left, including the coach and a lot of the players. But you got to think about it. They're coming off of 2 very, very hard games, a third tough game on the road in conference. So they're going to come into this game already beaten up, already 0-3. I want to pick them, but no. I can't pick them. But I will say, if they do win, this is a game this is one of the games on the schedule that I'm looking at and saying they could win this game. This is one of them. I don't think they will, though. So that's 0-4. They're going to Livingstone. Livingstone is improved. They're not beating Livingstone at Livingstone. That's 0-5. Then they're at Bluefield. This is another game where you think, okay, this possibly could happen. However, I think they're going to go to Bluefield and lose at Bluefield as well. And I promise you guys, I'm not being biased. It's just I have a certain outlook on where I think the Lincoln program is at right now. And I think they're in a very, very bad spot. And it's actually unfortunate, honestly. Lincoln, I felt like, had an opportunity. They had some momentum, and they squandered all of it. They had Isaiah Freeman. They had a high-powered offense. They couldn't stop anybody, but they could score a lot. They had Isaiah Freeman and the 2 wide receivers, and they were putting up a whole lot of yards and a whole lot of points. And I believe that year they went 5-5 2 years ago, either 4-6 or 5-5. A very solid team that year. I remember that. And so you're thinking, okay, Isaiah, and for whatever reason, after that huge year, Freeman did not get into the portal. Freeman actually went back last year. And so you're thinking, okay, they got Freeman back. If they could be serviceable on defense, maybe they could have a solid year. Maybe they could go 6-4. Maybe they could, something could happen. I don't know what happened last year at Lincoln, but they went backwards. They were absolutely terrible. And so obviously, after that year, Freeman gets into the portal. He's now at Hampton. And if you've been following the CIAA, news, the waiver wire, I guess you could call it, a whole lot of talent that was at Lincoln left. A lot of them got into the portal. They're gone. This is a situation where I don't know if they make, coaching firings in the middle of the season in the CIAA, but if they do, this is a situation where I think the coach might not make it through the season. I think it's going to be very bad. Right? So just to get the cat out of the bag, I don't think Lincoln is going to win a single game. Once again, the 2 games I think they have a chance to win, maybe Shaw at home and maybe at Bluefield. But you got to think about this. At Virginia Union, we know how that's going to go. Elizabeth City is going to be much improved. They're not going to beat Elizabeth City. At Virginia State, come on now. Hosting Bowie, listen, we're going to throw a party in Lincoln to close out the season. So I'm just being real with you. Just from an honest standpoint, I think it's very possible that Lincoln does not win a single game. I think it's possible they go 0-10, which is actually, not necessarily a good thing for the conference to have a team be terrible and not win a game. But put it like this. If I was a betting man and you say, hey, put 100 down on Lincoln not winning a game and you can win 300, I'd bet the 100. I'd take that bet. But you guys tell me, what do you think? How many games do you see Lincoln winning with this schedule? Grand Valley State, Duquesne, Winston-Salem, Shaw, Livingstone, Bluefield, Virginia Union, Elizabeth City State, Virginia State, Bowie State. How many wins? It'd be interesting. I wonder which game is their homecoming game. Who are they having for homecoming? It doesn't say on here. Which one is homecoming? Probably, based on the date, probably Elizabeth City is probably the homecoming game. Yeah. So, okay. In theory, if October 25th is indeed homecoming and they're hosting Elizabeth City State, ideally, they could maybe. But like I said, I'm predicting 0-10, although I wouldn't be surprised if they found a way to win 2 games. Anything more than that, That's a shock to me though. But hey, man, shout out to Lincoln, man. Keep hope alive. So it's funny because at the CIAA tournament, we saw, Lincoln had like a pep band kind of thing going on. They were trying to bring it back and revive it. They working on the whole band thing. But I saw this video. I'm like, the band used to be a good size and really good. I wonder what happened. But hey, this is a blast from the past right here.
Some more of that Mike Sound with Rock With You, featuring the Lincoln Blue Miss Fly Corps. Blue Miss is under the coordination of Miss LaJoy Pruitt. We wanna all night. Let me hear it, crowd. Coming to the field now, those ladies with the moves and grooves, twirls and swirls, the LU dance team, also known to the world as Crush Grooves, to bring a little Latin flavor to the zone with Santana's Maria.